let's get straight into it. Today was a definite early finish day. Um, Today I did something a little bit different because I did end up getting into a trade right before news. Not right before news, but it was like 8:15, 8:20. Um, so I did end up getting caught in the news, and basically I'm gonna show y'all what happened. But I took my one move and I did something special. So for y'all who do watch, y'all will get to see a live recording of the trade I was in during NFP, when NFP hit, and actually what happened. But to kind of explain what happened and why I'm wrapping up so early at 8:50 today, and I only been at the market for maybe like an hour or so, is NFP happened. Like I said, I had my stop loss set. I was set to lose about $75 if it didn't go my way. And guess what? Spreads got wild, news got crazy, and I ended up losing 170. It's okay. It happens. At the end of the day, that was around what my max loss for the day was. Because again, I only take two trades a day. 75 is 150, and after commission fees and stuff, it would have probably been around 170. But because I lost that on my first trade, I'm not taking a second trade for the day. I'm gonna just take the L, go on about my day, back test, show up on Monday, start the week fresh, no news included. But so that's something I'm not upset with or mad about. But let's go ahead and hop into our back test session so we can go through the back test of this session I just had. So we understand that, let's go all the way through. 3 hour is still within the 3 hour, but it's testing deeper into the zone. So because it's testing deeper into this 3 hour zone, I'm only looking for sales on the lower time frames. I am only looking for sales. That is, hold on, sorry, I got rid of that. That is not changing. So let me go down to the 1 hour. So we see where we left off yesterday, where the 1 hour created this little high, pulled down, and pushed up again. So this actually created another high probability opportunity. So what do we want to do? We want to move the high, go ahead and draw this zone on too. Now the reason we're drawing this zone on is because it's a 1 hour zone. And you never know when it might come into use, how it might come into use. So we do want to have it just to understand that it's there. So we see price pushed to this high. It pulled back some. All right. This is the lowest point price pulled back to before it broke the high right here. And it only gave one candle, so this is low probability area on the 1 hour. So now let's identify what price did. So there was a high here. Price pulled, it impulse creating a new high, retraced creating a new low, and it looks like it's potentially continuing to the upside. So what we want to do is focus on this little move right up in here. See if there's 10-minute structure. If not, we might have to go up in here somewhere. But let's just see what's going on the 10-minute. All right. So we go to the 10-minute. We see it's a high here, but then when we really look over here, because we can't just say, oh, it's a high. We gotta identify a point in which some type of structure is broken. So honestly, there was nowhere structure was broken here. If we identified this as our low, right? And we say price pulled back, price never broke this low. So we can't say, oh, price broke structure here because it never broke this low. So we got to find the next low. The next low is all the way right here. So there was a low here. It pulled back and pushed to the downside. And it gave us a high probability supply zone. So what we want to do is draw this full 10-minute. And this coincides with what we're looking for anyway, because we're only looking for sell opportunities. Now we see that price pushed to the downside. We'll draw the low here too. 10-minute. Price pushed to the downside, pulled back, gave a first test, and pushed off. So we want to refine our zone for that second test. Price pushed away a little bit, and then gave a second test. So we're not looking to enter this trade off of the 10-minute zone anymore because it already took two tests. But we will be looking to enter off of the 5-minute. So I got to the market about 7:30 today. So we simulate a few candles. And what do we see? So price impulse to the downside, creating a new low from right here. Pull back, retraced to the supply zone, giving a little bit of a test. and looks like it's potentially continuing into the downside. So on the 5 minute, I only want to focus on this little continuation leg. What's going on here in this little leg? So let's go to it. Boom. So what do I see? I see a low right here. I see price pull back, and I see price continuated, giving us a high probability opportunity. So on the 5 minute, I'm just gonna draw my demand zone. And let's see where the low finishes off. So price is still pushing. So we can go ahead and draw our low here. Minute. Boom. I won't consider this a test because it didn't give a good test in it. If anything, it might have wicked just the edge of it. So I'm not considering that a test. We're just going to keep seeing. Boom. So this right here, price closed right around the line, but it didn't break it because when I put my thing on the line, that blue is not popping over it. It's just popping right on it. So it didn't break. Let's see what happened next. Boom. So we get a nice test into our 5 minute zone. Let's see what happens next. We get a nice little continuation candle. So because of that, I'm looking to enter a little bit below. We want to give our stop loss nice room. Let me straighten this out some. So about 8 pip stop loss. We looking for, so that's 9 times 2, 18, and add our little 0.5 to it. So 18.5 is the target profit. So let's see if we get entered into this trade. Boom, we do. So we got into our trade right around 8:15, like I said. We're going to identify our 75% partial level. So that's going to be about 13.8. So we can pull it up. 13.8. So our partial level, and then scroll down some more. 18.5. All right, let's see. Boom, price pushed. Gave a little downside push. Now this is 8:25. So this next candle is the news candle. And let's look. Boom. Price push stopped us out. Now ideally we would have got stopped out around here for our 75. But again, spreads widen, news happened. And even though our stop loss was activated right here like it was supposed to be, we ended up losing double what we were supposed to lose. That's just part of trading news. I'm gonna be real though. I think this is my lesson for me to just avoid big news day all around. Like, I mean, certain news really ain't too bad. I mean, CPI could be a little wild sometimes. NFP for the most part, it's like NFP has done less for me than it has done me favors. Like, I would rather just let the news and craziness play itself out and go beyond it. Because it's like, I didn't care. The truth is, I didn't care if price would have gave me the downside spike, making me win more. I just wanted my 1 to 2 from the good opportunity I took. And I've always understood, like, it's not super intelligent to be taking good moves during around news, because news doesn't really respect market structure. Sometimes news respects market structure and pays off, but more times than not, it doesn't respect market structure. It's going to do whatever it wants, and it might just stop you out anyway and still go in the direction you anticipate. So today is an example of that. We had clean market structure. Price was looking like it was moving the way we wanted it to, and just like that, you feel me? Like, news happened. It really ain't nothing you can say about it. News happened, and yeah, so that's the reason I'm done for today, is because news made me lose double what I was actually risking. So what I would have lost with 2 trades, I lost in 1 trade. So the smart business decision for me is hey, I'm not gonna take a second trade and end up losing 3 times the amount I actually intended to risk today. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm done for today. I get the weekend to relax, clear my mind, back test, do whatever I need to do, and I get to show back up Monday. This week hasn't really even been that bad of a week anyway. It started off a little bad on Tuesday where I was breaking my rule. Well, Monday was New Year's, so no trading. Tuesday I broke my rules a little bit, ended up losing a little bit more than I anticipated. Wednesday I hit a dub. Yesterday I got 2 dubs. And then today I basically took 1 loss, but it was equal to 2 losses. So for the week, I'm still pretty solid. You feel me? Like, for the week, I still made a little bit of money. So I'm not mad about this, but this is just an example of why I think I'm just going to start taking NFP Fridays off, to be honest. Or if I'm not going to take them off, like, I'm not trading nowhere between 825 and 835 until the market works itself out. That way we can avoid stuff like this. Because it's very unfortunate that, not that I took a loss because I had the stop loss set where I wanted it to be, but it's just unfortunate that you can have your stop loss set and still lose double what your stop loss was set to be at. All because of spreads, news, brokers, whatever you want to put the blame on. The truth is, the blame is all on you. You got to take that full responsibility, and I do. I take full responsibility. I understand that news is a very volatile time, and when it goes with you, you feel like a genius, but when it doesn't, you feel like an idiot. Like, why was I trading during this time anyway? And I'm the one who chose to be in the trade. I'm the one who chose to sat in the trade. I could have exited the trade when I seen the spreads widen from less than 1 pip to 4 to 5 pips. But I chose to sit in it, sit through it, just to see if it would have played out with market structure in my direction. It didn't happen that way for me today. But overall, it's been a pretty solid week. We didn't blow our account. That's the good thing. And that's why I say always have a stop loss. I'm sure a lot of people blew their account today. They might have been looking at market structure similar to the way I was. Thinking that price was going to go to the downside and thinking they were going to freehand their stop loss. And like I said, within a matter of seconds, price pushed to the upside crazy. And if you watch the other video, it's like a 6-7, it's like a 5-6 minute video of me actually live trading NFP today. Like, you will see that, yeah, it only took about 2 seconds for price to spike to the upside. So if you were trying to freehand your stop loss, I had my stop loss set and I lost double. So I can only imagine what somebody freehanding their stop loss lost today. But if you did blow your account, you feel me? Like, it's alright. You learn from it, move on. And you're going to have to, get back on your grind, get that shit back. But until next week, have a good weekend, man. Like I said last week, go hug a tree or something, man. Just get outside, man. Don't be on the charts all the time. The weekend is the time where you get to live, relax, and chill. But until next week, man, y'all be good.